on growth, building market share. We talk about all the time, building market share and building a company based on profitable growth. So that's our key. So usually what I do is I kind of start with the small stuff and go to the big stuff. This time I'm going to go to the big stuff and start with it and finish up with what we did in 2021 and the first quarter of 2022. So to start off, we talked a lot about collaboration, EXP, Viability, success. All right. So what we're trying to do is put together a company that works together, that puts the agent value proposition first, right? And it just works. As you can see from all the things we're doing, today, tomorrow, we're working really hard to pull this thing together and make it, just make it a bigger, better company. So if you take a look at these slides, and this is going to be the deepest I'm going to get for the rest of the day in terms of numbers, all right? But these are what we call our operating metrics, and there are financial metrics. And if this is the success of this company since 2018, if you just look, we have our agent count that's gone from 15,000 to 71,000 plus. So those are official numbers, all right? Today we're over 82,000 agents in the company, all right? Oh. So that's on the far right-hand side, CAGR is a cumulative average growth rate. So that's the average growth rate that we've done in that category each year over that period of time. So we've grown at 68%, our agent count, which is phenomenal.
That's crazy.
All right. You look at units. So the way that our company works is we get great agents, they sell real estate, we get volume, then it comes down to revenue. But if you look at some of the unit numbers, 74,000 in 2018. We ended last year at 444,000 units sold, sides, all right? Which is phenomenal, it really is.
Huge.
You look at, and then you come down a little bit on volume, all right? The volume for our company, 19.8 billion, which is a great number, 2018, and we're at 156 billion at the end of last year.
Holy cow.
Which is, it's amazing. It's almost 100% growth per year on average. So great numbers, and then now we go into some financials, right? So revenue. We were a $500 million company in 2018. All right, our total revenue was $500 million. Last year, we did $3.8 billion in revenue.
Boom.
And then what happens, so the way our company works financially, and the model, all right? The model is to grow this, get market share, and then put most of the money back to the agents in the form of commission, in the form of rev share, in the form of equity, all right? And then have enough left over to invest in the company. And that's kind of what you're seeing here, all right? So if you go down the line a little bit, you get revenue, you get gross margin. So the gross margin is what we get as a company to invest. So this is after revenue shares paid out. This is after first of all, the commissions, all right? People are capping at 16,000, revenue shares paid out, and all the directly related costs go out. We have an amount of money to spend and invest in the business. And we talk, we're going to go through some of this stuff. You've heard it a lot in terms of investments, all right? So that comes down. So if you look at these statistics, they're not just statistics, they're actual financials, all right? And net income, and again, this is the deepest I'm going to get into any of these financial slides. Net income is a GAAP measurement, and this is just with everything in, cash, non-cash, everything in. But what you can see, we use a metric called adjusted EBITDA, and that takes all the non-cash expenses and really what the company's doing from a cash flow standpoint. And you can see since 2018, the company's been positive from an adjusted EBITDA basis, and you can see it's growing every single year. So that really shows you how well the company's doing, from a growth standpoint, how well we're managing the growth, and how well we're investing at the same time. The last line that people, I think, we should all be very proud of is the operating cash flow. So the way that Glenn built the model, all right, it's based everything we're doing here. So from when the money comes in, we have zero debt on the balance sheet, all right. And so to do that, you have to have a business, a profitable business that generates cash to pay your bills. Not just the bills, but the investment. And then not just the investment, but the buybacks and things like that. So that, I gotta tell you, so I've been around, as you can tell, a while. This is an extraordinary company. And these results are just fantastic. So you should be very proud, and I'm blown away by what you have done over this period of time. So congratulations.
Great job.
If you don't have this chart, you should get this chart. All right? You know, this shows you as we build our agent count, our revenue goes up. And it's not just going up, it's going through the roof. So very healthy, but at the same time, there's so many companies out there that might generate revenue, all right? But then they have a lot of debt and they have a lot of negative cash flow, all right? So the great thing about this is that because we're in the situation with growth, cash flow, we control our own destiny, all right? And we're able to put the agent first and to put our employees first. And that's kind of what's happened so far. So great chart. So now I'm going to go into some of the results for 2021 full year, and then I'm going to talk about the first quarter. So, a bit of an eye chart, but growth continues. Agent count, transactions, revenue, net income, cash flow. And we continue. What's fantastic about this company is that North America, the U.S. business, so if you go back to 2018, we were primarily a U.S. residential company, okay? And since then, you know, we've become an international, we've become a commercial company. But those things take time to grow. And what's been fantastic for us is that we're able to grow the other areas of the business really on the strength of the U.S. company.